Hi guys, welcome to the first video in the local SEO campaign series. So this video is going to be kind of a case study video and just basically showing you the first three stages of what we do to achieve local rankings. So for instance, this client has approached us and they're having some SEO work done. This case study is just going to focus on one keyword, but people will be able to see that obviously, if we can make it work for this one keyword, we can make it work for pretty much any town that they want to rank for. Now, Fusion UK Data Limited, they are based in Rossendale. So, we're going to, for the purpose of this video series, we're going to be focusing on the keyword CCTV Ramsbottom, or CCTV installers Ramsbottom. Just like 4 or 5 keywords around that area in which people are searching in Google. Now, as you'll see at the minute, they're not in the map listings here. Now, we're not actually focusing, this is a totally different area of what we're focusing on. We want to get into the number 1 organic listing, which is this one here. These are called GMB listings, or Google My Business listings. This is something that we are going to document as well, but in a totally different series, because ranking in here and ranking here are 2 different areas, so to speak. It is generally harder to rank here, so that's why I'm doing that one first. So as you'll see on the first page, we go through quickly. They're not on the first page, nor are they on the second page. They actually don't have a dedicated They don't have a dedicated page. So the first thing in the thing that we're going to cover is the content creation, because obviously the piece of content is the most important piece. So what we do is to research the area, the industry. I will use a couple of article directories to see what people are searching about. We use a piece of software called Ahrefs. Which we're not going to dive into this because it is a paid tool, so not everybody can actually do this. And I thought, for the purpose of this video, I would try and use as many free tools as possible in case you want to try and do this for yourself. So, Ahrefs, if you want to check it out, is in my opinion, the best SEO tool going. We can obviously search for the best pieces of ranked content for CCTV, and we can see basically what people are writing about for this industry. And what I like to do is I'll use the free version of finding content, and that's ezinearticles.com. So if we just type in CCTV, and you'll see there's 3,532 pieces of content around this area that we've got access to. And what I'll do is I'll basically build my own, based on the information of reading through a few different articles. So I'll have a look at the first one and I'll read through, and when I find a paragraph that I think we can utilise, for instance, important points, so I can copy, before anyone thinks I'm just copying and pasting content, I'm not, just carry on watching. I will copy the content into a Word document and basically obviously organise the content into a nice paragraph, and then I will work through the original text, and I will delete different paragraphs that are different sentences that I don't think are, quality content, and I will reword this over 75%. So I'll change, and I'll also include obviously the town. And then what I do is I get about 10 to 15 different paragraphs from a few different articles, reword them all. This kind of takes probably a couple of hours to get a 2,000 word piece of content. Now, you might think that's a bit excessive, and some SEO gurus will say you only need 500 words. But if you can put together a piece of content that's useful, I don't just copy and paste any old paragraph. It will make sense in terms of it will follow a structure. So it will say why choose Fusion Data for your CCTV in Ramsbottom. And in the header tags we will always include the keywords that we want to rank for. And ideally we want 10 to 15 small paragraphs that cover an important area of why you should choose CCTV. Not just in Ramsbottom, but just in general, you know, the benefits of CCTV and things like that. So that's what we do at first. Luckily, Fusion Data have a WordPress website, so creating a piece of content is dead easy. So that's the first thing we do, and then we end up with a URL that will read something like CCTV in Ramsbottom, because that's probably the main keyword. That's the one that's going to get searched the most by people. That and CCTV company in Ramsbottom, or CCTV installer in Ramsbottom. So once we've got our page created, I'll just show you actually on my own website. I'll show you what I've done on my own website. So this is my home page, and this obviously ranks for Web Design Berry. But then in the background, I do actually have pages for different areas around me. So Web Design Oldham. And as you can see, this is what I mean about the piece of content. But I include calls to action in there, images, video tags, and a load of headers. And basically, when you create a piece of content like this, Google will eventually, when the page indexes, they will recognise this, along with building some quality links and some Web 2 properties back to these pages, and not just to your home page, because that's the big mistake that a lot of people do. They'll do all this work in terms of the link building, but they'll send all the links to the home page, and you just simply can't do that anymore. It's just not a strategy that works anymore. So once we've created this piece of content, the next thing to do is create the links, but that will be covered in the next video. This is just part one of the case study. So it is the 4th of June 2018. We don't have a page in Google for CCTV Ramsbottom for FusionUK.net. So hopefully in the third video, the second video coming after this is about the link building, but the third video is going to be the actual proof of us ranking the actual website onto the first page within 4 weeks, and then hopefully in the #1 position. You can never really guarantee the time frames, but we're going to try our best. So I'm going to check back with you on the 4th of July, if you look down here, and hopefully I'll have some good news and we'll be in the #1 position. I'll just touch on if you need to get in touch with me for any other projects, my website's onewebdesignberry.co.uk. Phone number's at the top. All you need to do is Google Web Design Berry, and you'll find me in the local listings. If you're local to me, it's there. One Web Design Berry, St Paul's. But I'm in this organic position as well, and this is the one that gets the most traffic. And also, just to show you that it does work for a variation of keywords, because some people do type website design berry. You'll see me at #1 there, and you'll see me for web designer in Berry, because that's another phrase that people search, and I'm there again and there again. Now you might think, well, I'm there because I've visited my site a few times. You can always check someone's proper rankings by, in Google Chrome, if you go to new incognito window, so click the 3 dots up here, new incognito window. This actually brings up a window as if you're someone brand new. So just type in Web Design Berry there, and you'll see that I'm there and there. So they are my proper rankings. So hopefully you can see the benefits of obviously being at #1 in Google for the local key phrases. We are going to eventually be ranking Fusion Data UK Limited for around 20 to 30 main keywords and main towns, but it is obviously a long-term project. There was no point in doing it all at once and trying to do the videos and ranking, case study on every single keyword, because it would just simply take too long to put the videos together. So hopefully you can see, or hopefully you will see, in 4 weeks' time we'll come back to this and we will have gotten the results that we want. Okay, I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.